What up, YouTube? Coming at y'all with another BMX video. This is a quick update on the 1987 GT Performer. Um, so I got a few parts today, nothing crazy. I did get my seat. Actually restoring this seat. I got it really cheap. I only paid 50 bucks for it. Um, and these seats go for like even worse than this. I just was looking at one on eBay for like 300 bucks, and that's just ridiculous. A pork chop seat is like, I think like 40, 45 bucks, and if you want the logo, it's like 80 bucks. So I figured why not get this OG one and just put a little work in on it and use it. At the end of the day, it makes the bike more valuable to have the original seat that would have came on it. Uh, let's see, as you can see, it is a real Viscount seat, 2123. I cleaned up the rails, cleaned up the guts on it, and I cleaned the seat up. It was real dirty, and the logos were actually really faded. You couldn't really see them that good. So I blacked them in both sides, as you can see. Nothing crazy, not perfect, but So I did get the seat really cheap compared to what they go for. Like I say, even on like Facebook Marketplace or something like that, it's like easily a $250 seat. The reason it was actually cheap like this is because for some odd reason somebody drilled 3 holes in it. So what I decided to do was, even though they don't look bad, honestly, but I don't even know why somebody decided to do that. But I decided to take some styrene. I haven't did the final fit yet. It's just kind of stuck in place, and I cut a few pieces off and stuck it in the hole just to fill it. And I might actually get like some Gorilla Glue and clear it in, just to glue it in, and probably like wet sanding and just touch them up with white just so they'll be filled in. It won't be perfect, but it'll be nice. As far as the logos, now that I just finished painting them, I'll probably get like some Krylon matte finisher and just mask up the seat and just kind of leave open where the logo is at. Just kind of just mist a little bit on there just to protect the logo. But yeah, it came out good, man. I like it. Like I say, not perfect. It has thrash, but what 80 seat don't have thrash if the bike was actually ridden. The reason I went with this seat because I didn't want to over restore the bike. Like I did paint it and stuff, but a lot of the components I'm putting on there is going to be original. I didn't want to go with too many repop parts. Like I don't mind repop parts. I don't even mind like bikes that's not original. I'm pretty sure it's obvious because you guys see some of my other videos. Like most of my bikes aren't original, but I do have original bikes. But this bike right here, I want it to be really close to original. Like that's just because I always wanted an '87 for a while. So I figured this bike I'm gonna actually make you know, close to original, not 100%. Like some things I'm not spending that kind of money on. Like for instance, the bubble, the GT bubble chain. So this is how they would look, but it would have a GT font on it, the little bubble font on the links. KMC used to make these chains. They used to be just like this, but now KMC chains are all white. I didn't want to get the KMC chain because to me the all white chains they look like you just took some spray paint and just spray painted a chain all white. So I wanted it to be broke up like this. This is really the only person that really makes this chain at the moment. Like sometimes you still can find NOS KMC chains like this, but I haven't run across one. So this is what I wound up getting. I see a lot of people actually get these chains that look pretty good. So I also got an Odyssey cable. I actually got this for free. Long story to that, but I actually wanted to replace my front brake cable. I, although I had one, it had like some cuts in the tubing on the cable, so yeah, went ahead and did that. So got the front cable. Also, I painted the frame. Came out pretty good, if I do say so myself. Like I say, not flawless, but came out really nice. So yeah, I'm liking it. Still, I had to repaint the seat post actually because I had scuffed it, and I figured I just strip. I already did. I stripped it down to metal, so this time I'm gonna put etching primer and repaint it, and then I'll probably clear everything. I'm still waiting on my fork, so yeah. Um, so a little story time for y'all, man. So I have a 96 GT Vertigo. I listed it on OfferUp, and I listed it on Facebook Marketplace. The price is 120. You know, obviously I listed it 120. I'm a little negotiable. Like most things, you always go up a little bit because somebody always going to try to negotiate with you. So I went up on it a little bit. You know, 120. I was hoping for like 190, maybe even 80. But you know, 80's pushing it. But I'm like, okay. So some guy hit me up this morning, and he offers me. He even offered me. He told me I got 65 cash right now. Like, what else is there besides cash? Okay, whatever. So I hit him up like, hey man, you know, just being honest, cause you know I build bikes. I ain't no disrespecting it like that. I'm like, hey, you know, if you that cheap, this ain't the hobby for you, man. Like, you know, if you expecting to, you know, spend $65 on a nice frame, you know, this ain't the hobby for you. You know, I spend that much on some tires, you know. So the guy gets an attitude. He come at me foul. Hits me back. I have over 200 bikes, you stupid fuck, and it struck a nerve, you know. Like, don't let the BMX fool you. Like, you know, I'm from the slum. I'm from Compton. I don't know if y'all can figure that out. Like, just because I mess with BMXs and things like that, you know, I grew up in the hood, and I don't take no mess. Like, you know, I ain't really trying to cuss on here, but I don't be taking no shit. You know, like them fighting words in me just when you talking shit, because I'm a cool, mild mannered person. I don't bother nobody. I don't try to start nothing with nobody. Just because I grew up around that, you know, I don't try to put that on other people. I don't try to come at people crazy or intimidate people. But this guy came at me foul, so I came at him foul back. You know, I started, you know, I said, I'm making them crackhead ass offers. I said, if you that broke, take your broke ass to Walmart. That's what I said. So I already knew it was coming because, like I say, you know, I'm from the hood. I already know how I go. So the next thing he was coming with was something about my mom. That's just what they do. They always come with the mom shit. Oh, well, your mama such and such and such. So I'm like, okay. I was already ready. So I hit him below the belt. I said something bad about his kids. You know, that's how I fight. Like, you know, if you want to try to get something to rile me up, you know, nobody's off limits. You know, once you start talking about people, mama, nobody off limits. A lot of people will be like, oh, well, leave the kids out. No, leave my mom's out of it. Nobody said nothing to you. Besides, it's a me and you conversation. So when you get to bringing other people and stuff, um, you know, that's just a part of the game. So I had to I had to disrespect him and his kids. I'm sorry. I disrespected his mama. I'm not gonna say exactly what I said, but I disrespected his mom, his kids, and him. Cause that's how it is. So um, I don't even know if the dude. I don't know if I blocked him or he blocked me. I was driving at the time, so it was early in the morning. So I'm like, damn, you know, you don't want to start off the day with nothing crazy. So when I stopped, I went back to say something, and I couldn't contact him. Like maybe he blocked me. I don't know what happened, but talking all that shit. So usually I don't let people get me out of character, especially like if it's on, let's say, YouTube or Instagram, because 9 times out of 10 the person stay across the country or outside of the country or something like that. So I don't let that kind of stuff bother me. But when somebody message you on like a marketplace or offer up and have the nerve to have their real name, like you retarded. You asking for it. Like, why would you do something stupid like that? So it pissed me off. I'm like, dude, I could touch you, right? Like, it ain't nothing to list something else under another name and meet up with you and just beat your ass. Like, I'm not trying to go that route. Not saying that I would do that, but I'm just saying that's where my mindset was at. Like, this dude don't know I can touch it. I could touch him. Like, he on Facebook. Like, don't take me out my element. But then I had to think about it, man. I just kind of like I had to not let somebody take me out my character over some BS like a bike. Like, I'm not finna let you take me out my character just because you butt hurt because I don't want to sell something to you, Mr. 200 bike guy who's trying to give somebody pennies. Like, what you get to all $200 bike, all 200 bikes for $65? Like, no, you ain't got 200 bikes, dude. Like, he was a weirdo. So just to confirm my theory of him being a weirdo and him using his real name, I was like, I wonder if this dude got an Instagram. I'm just curious. Like, what was wrong with this weirdo? So get on Instagram, type in his name. Guess what? His page pop up, and it's not private. So and I know it was his because it's the same profile picture as the one that messaged me on Marketplace. So I'm like, so I click on it, and it got all these pictures of just like screenshots of women. Like, the dude's a straight pervert. Like, the dude's a straight like weirdo. Like, I almost thought it was like a fake page. Like, maybe a spam page hit me. So, but then I went down, you know, down the page a little more, a little more. Then he had his actual pictures and had a kid, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this dude really got a kid. This dude's a pervert. Like, don't get me wrong, you know, we men, we like women and things like that. No question about that. But I'm saying, you know when somebody is straight pervert if every other post is just somebody you don't even know. So I said, maybe this dude just tired of being rejected. He probably messaging all these women and ain't getting no responses, or they just, giving them fucked up responses. So he just tired of getting rejected, and that bike was just another rejection, and he just was mad, like, oh no, like, because he just went off. Like, I'm like, is the dude on his monthly cycle or something? Like, what's the problem? Like, what's the problem with this dude? His hormones is raging. So, I just left the situation alone, man. I figured this dude got a weird enough life already, so I'm just like, I understand now. I just had to get some understanding. I just want to share that with you, man. Like, a lot of these fools on Facebook and all these different sell sites or whatever is weirdos. So if they seem weird, just block them. That's the moral of the story. But yeah, man, more updates coming soon. Just a little story time for y'all. All right, y'all.